From the Newstalk ZB newsroom, this is Newsfix.
In this update, a contractors group says the government's investment summit has been a roaring success. More than 100 companies managing more than $6 trillion were at the event. Civil Contractors New Zealand Chief Executive Alan Pollard says it will be great to get a pipeline of projects going. He says they'll be raring to go.
By the time the projects hit the market, we're going to have sufficient skills and experience to deliver the work.
The freight sector is celebrating the reopening of State Highway 1's Desert Road. It's been closed for 2 months while it's been upgraded. Transporting New Zealand says the detour was adding an hour a day for truckies travelling both ways. Chief Executive Dom Khaleesi says there's another reason that truckies are relieved.
It also means, with those two routes open, there's much less risk of what I call single point failure.
Surf Lifesaving NZ is cautioning Kiwis to stay safe on our beaches as patrols wrap up for the season. Paid lifeguards will no longer be watching the surf, with only volunteers around on weekends to keep eyes on the water until Easter. National Coastal Safety Manager Tom Kearney says assistance, supervision and advice now won't be immediately available. He says anyone going to the beach should take a few minutes to assess the conditions and their ability. Kearney says despite preventable drownings dropping by 19 last year, the season has been busy. Promising new findings show young Muslim immigrants feel strongly connected to both their religion and Aotearoa in spite of March 15. An Otago University study surveying over 250 youth found New Zealand's multicultural population helps newcomers safely integrate religion into their Kiwi identity. Lead author Hussein Raisi says this connects them to our wider society, going against stereotypes painting them as outsiders.
Especially after the Christchurch shootings, they saw lots of empathy, sympathy from the public and from leaders.
It's been 6 years today since the attacks. That's news. In sport, the Warriors are stoked Luke Metcalf has shaken off criticism of his Vegas outing to deliver in the 36-16 win over Manly at Mount Smart. Taking over from Sean Johnson as halfback, Metcalf endured a tough time in Sin City before rebounding with an assured performance at home. Coach Andrew Webster says his inexperienced half will only grow in the playmaking role.
He handled the mental occasion this week really well. So it was really unfair around criticism considering we didn't tackle well or run the ball well last week. So I didn't think we gave him many opportunities. So I thought tonight he was very good off the back of the platform.
New Zealand riders have pedalled to 2 team pursuit medals on the opening day of the Nations Cup on the track in Turkey. The women's team earned the silver medal in the 4,000-metre team pursuit final, while the men claimed the bronze medal. That's sport. I'm Sandy Hodge.
For more news, listen to Newstalk ZB live on iHeartRadio.